morning, everybody. How you doing? I'm Condition 13. It's time for some scum. QC Dark Angel, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Jumping in here. Oh, man. I don't remember what happened last time. Clearly I died. Okay. I don't remember how I died, but you know. It's scum. I die a lot. Well, alright. How we doing today, everybody? I get talking about this podcast here pretty soon. I want to get everybody's opinions on it. See what y'all's take on everything that was brought up, everything that was talked about, the opinions given. I also, okay, so I'm A4, go to this bunker. So yeah. First of all, I thought there was a lot of good information put out. Right off the get. I mean, there are some things I disagreed with. I mean, you know, I think that people harp a little too much on the word survival, and they think that that needs to be like 100% what the game is and nothing beyond that point. And I don't really get that, to be honest with you. To me, when I hear survival in a survival game, I think that of it as a mechanic to help make the game more grounded in reality and make it, you know, a little more difficult. Because, you know, instead of just running and gunning, you also have to take time to maintain your character and keep them healthy and keep them alive. You know, to me, that's what the survival aspect is, if not a just, you know, straight up mode where you have to just fight off hordes, you know, to survive as long as you can. I mean, I guess in that sense you can really break up survival in multiple different avenues, but you know, again, it's not really. If you try to base everything around just that, you're not really gonna have much other than, okay, well, I have my stuff. How long can I stay alive before I run into somebody? And then you start resenting the, you know, after a while you start resenting the PvP encounter, you know. Yeah, because you're like, I took all this time to get all this shit together, and now it's gone. It's like, okay, well, cool. What else? You know? Which to me is not what the developers have gone for at all. Yes, it is a survival game, but it's not solely a survival game. You are a prisoner in a... It's like the Running Man mixed with the Hunger Games. You are a prisoner on a television show. You're serving your sentence to society by surviving on this island and battling for the glory of the masses. It's basically a ramped up Roman, you know, fucking Colosseum being broadcast to the rest of the world. Those are not zombies, they're puppets. They're controlled, as the developers have said, as Dino said 50 times during the stream. Well, not 50 times, about 5 times. He was like, they are controlled. You know, someone is controlling them, you know. When he was talking about how they, you know, they're not going to run out of stamina because, you know, yes, he did say zombies don't run out of stamina, but he also said that they're being controlled, so there's no real reason for them, you know, to stop moving. But what are your guys' thoughts? Where are we at? How are we doing? Monday morning. I hope you're staying healthy and well. Observing quarantines if there's one in your area. And really, only go to the hospital if you absolutely need to right now, because the hospitals are just overloaded. We're getting ready to do a shelter-in-place order here in this state. But, look at it this way. That's more time for scum, right, guys? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I agree. You know, this, you know, the base building, I agree. Oh, wait. They said they just mostly talk about PvP aspect of the game, but what about PvE aspect, such that a lot of people... Exactly. Right now, all there is the PvP because they haven't added any of the PvP. They haven't added any of the challenges, any of the missions, or anything like that. And the reason they haven't been able to get to any of that is because they keep getting bogged down, you know, with fixing features and adding things. And I think what people forget is the fact that they're not playing a complete product. Everybody comes into this and into the game and they're like, well, I know what I'm getting into. I know what early access is, and they all say the exact same thing, that they know what early access is. They know what they're getting into, but it's like you see, right? Everything that you said right up until "but" doesn't matter. Like as soon as you hit "but," it's like I know right there you are not listening at all. It's an early access game. That means it's like you've moved into a house that is being built. You know what we did was when we bought the house, that is scum. It was a skeleton frame, just the frame of the house. We moved in, knowing full well it was just the frame of the house. And a lot of the people that moved into the frame of the house were like, "Wow, I really like this. This is perfect as is, and I don't want it to change." And anytime they added in like a kitchen counter or started putting in like some drywall in the den, they're like, "There's too much change. I don't like this. This isn't the game. This is not the game it was." It's like, but no, they're building the game. And then you get other people who come in, they're like, "Oh man, this house looks like shit. They're missing walls. The pipes are exposed." It's like, yeah, because the house is being built. You know, it's like, at the end of the process, when this game is hit 1.0, the product we're going to have is not going to be what we have right now. There's going to be so much more added into it because we are in the game as they are building it. And we have to try to remember that when we're giving our opinions and our critiques, because some things that are in the game may not necessarily fit or work with things as they are now, but when they get that other piece put in and it gets working in conjunction, that's when things start becoming a narrative experience. And add back to the PvE aspect, to really get those PvE the PvE content in, you really need to get the pieces in there so that you can have the means to give the PvE, like NPCs. We need Dino, for instance, said the first NPC that will be implemented into the game is going to be the mission givers, which no, correction, no, the vendors, vendors, because those are easiest. Well, without vendors and NPCs, you can't have missions because you don't have mission givers. You know what I mean? And you don't want it to be like in Fallout 76 or Generation Zero or any other game where there is no NPC and you have missions, because every single mission is going to be the same. No matter if you have to go kill somebody, or you have to go gather something, or if you have to go craft something, every single mission will absolutely be the same at the beginning and end, because it will be either you find a note or a tape, and it'll end up at a note or a tape. Get what I mean? So until we add the NPCs, until they add the NPCs, it's really difficult for them to add mission content into with that. So that being said, challenges like killing a certain number of, say, military puppets in a certain area of the map, or getting a certain number of headshots on players in an event, or something like that. Those are the types of PvE-esque challenges that could be added in without really needing too much of an NPC, and really wouldn't, also wouldn't really take away from any content, making content stale in the end. Because if you think about it this way, if you add in a mission right now, at this stage of development in 0.3, that mission will be played over and over and over and over, and there'll be 5 million walkthroughs for that mission before they even, have a product to put into stores. You know what I mean? them. I'm like, why can't I craft this? You don't have a knife, dumbass. But yeah, I mean, I get the impression that a lot of people that play this game want it to be like other games, and I really want this game to be its own experience. And I applaud anytime the developers add something. You know, if it doesn't always, it's not always gonna work, man. Like when they tried, you know, messing around with the inventory. That's definitely a shit show, but you know what? They learned from it. And when they implement it again, because it will be implemented again, it'll be better. Because I kind of see what they're going for, but you know, the whole diagonal stick thing. We're getting off track. So I saw the podcast the other day. Like, what's y'all's opinion on it? Like, what's y'all's take on everything that was brought up? Let's discuss it. Let's have a chat. Hello. Is there anybody out there? Alan Moon, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Yeah, QC. What do you you think about what I had to say, man? What's your take on it? I would like an actual debate today. Conversation. I'm doing good, man. Figured we'd have a conversation today. See what everybody thought about the podcast the other day. State of the game. What people, you know. I'd like to hear people's take on things. I'd like to hear y'all's take on it. I sure as fuck have opinions too. Such as? I would like them to get the metabolism worked out before they really, you know, add new content. I think it's before we really need to push on to new things. I think we need to take what is available right now. They're not gonna do the dildo one. They're not gonna do what dildo one? Am I not doing the dildo arrows anymore? Oh, the huge dildo one. Ah, yeah. But, you know, I didn't really watch the entire thing. I just paid more attention to like the question and answer period. I really wanted to see what the community's take on it was, to be honest with you. I do think that, just like I said during the podcast, there was like PvP guys. Oh yeah. But you know, I get, you know, okay, now the high loot servers, you know, where they actually like gear the server towards where, you know, being PvP centric. Yeah, I can see how there's a lot of PvP. But on a normal server, you're not going to run into a lot of PvP. Like, I don't know what Raykit was talking about when he was like, there's too much PvP. Because I'm telling you, man, I've driven across these maps in fucking tractors with music blasting without getting shot at. I have not been shot at once in a tractor. Like this mythical fucking balls to a wall fucking PvP everywhere. I'd like to see where this is, because it sure as fuck isn't on Night Kingdoms. Now, I've been playing on a lot of official servers, and like that, yeah. And the problem with bases is if you're going to have a base without a means of defending it, of course you have to sit in your base. But if you have a decent squad, you should be able to rotate people between defending your base and scavenging as well. You should have a balance between the two. See, the problem is the developers see base building and base fortification as two separate things, whereas I see it as the exact same thing. It should be, the base building should be used to augment the fortification of buildings, not so much as to build a Rust-style fortress. I also think the flags are stupid. If I put a lock on a door, that door should belong to me. Whether or not I have a flag shouldn't, regardless. Because you get these people that build bases, they put locks on their doors, and then you get an asshole like me that walks up and goes, oh, look, this is now my base. Which is stupid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I this whole PvP, PvE notion, A, what the fuck is that? B, how can you have a PvP, PvE game when there's no PvE content? What environment are you playing against, man? Like, I never understood when people put that in I see that shit too, man. It's like, it blows my fuck. I'm like, what do you mean, wow, really? There is no PvE content in Scum as stands. What PvE content do you think that is in his game? Mm-hmm. Well, metabolism is something that they've been working on for a long time, and they wanted to put it out with the city, and they didn't because it wasn't ready. And it wasn't ready. There are reasons when they don't add things into the game. There's a reason for it. It's because it's so game breaking that no, like you remember a while back when they were going to put out that optimization patch, and they postponed it. And the reason they postponed it is because when you'd shoot a bird, it would crash the server. You know what I mean? Like if you shot a crow, it'd crash the server. So when they say that, you know, they're not adding something in yet because it's not working right, it's usually pretty detrimental because, you know. But I'm curious, what PvE content do you think is in the game right now? Honestly, I still hold true to the fact that the biggest mistake made was opening up private servers. Never mind PvE content. I'm talking about walking around, not having to look over your shoulder, not about oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, you're in a prison. Oh, place yeah. You're gonna have to look you know, over your shoulder. You know what I mean? But yeah, which also goes back to now. Okay, I was about to go list some PvP things of like the point of interest, but yeah, no, there needs to be some missions because it needs to be the reason, you know, it needs to be a beginning, middle, and end, so we can have an end game. You know what I mean? Like DayZ, for example. That game, they made the game world, and they're like, nailed it, and then stopped. It's like, no, dude, you gotta add something other than that. It's like, you're on this island, and you just gotta survive. That's stupid. Underwhelming points of interest. Nothing to do other than go be a dick to each other. That's Rust without the base building. But, you know, I'd like to... I mean, like, hunting needs to be improved a little bit. I'd like to see some more animal varieties. Fishing definitely needs to be added in. We need other forms of sources of food. Oh no, I think I'm trying to think of like PvE aspects that I would like. I'm like trying to stay focused here. Because I enjoy PvE content, but you know, I'm also a PvPer, you know, when it comes to scum. I mean, let's be realistic here. I may get salty now and again about a KOS that I received, but I also tortured that guy that was in Orange the other day. Let's not forget the day I chased down the guy in Orange screaming in local mic, "Run, sweet!" So. Mm-hmm. Now, I want to see actual PvE content. When I say PvE, I mean I want there to actually be PvE content, not PvE style. Not pretending. I mean, I want there to actually be like real grit, real fucking meat and potatoes. You know what I mean? I get like the appeal of some games where you like to make your own adventure, but you know what? I have plenty of games where I make my own adventure. And after a while, I will make my own adventure out of what you've given me. But you know what? I like to fucking play a story. I like to have a challenge. I like to conquer something. I like to, you know, experience things, you know. Exactly. Like Conan. Because Conan Exiles is all about surviving, man. You gotta hunt for your food. You gotta get, you know, make your clothing. You got to make your tools. Oh man, his story is so awesome. And that it has, you can either go PvP or straight PvE. And there's, if you go PvE, there's still so much to do. Whereas, like, you know, if you go to like a straight PvE server here in Scum, you're just gonna have a bunch of people getting fat on a bunch of fucking loot with no challenge at all. Seriously, like when I first started playing Scum, I played on PvE, and all I did was just I had a bunch of shit just stacked up. I just kept walking through, fucking just getting fame points. I made 1,000 fame points easily. I just walked around with a shotgun, crafting shotgun shells, taking out puppets in towns. I still haven't summoned a god in Conan. Even that, but like, so like the PvP side, you can add in a PvE-esque, you know, anyways, okay. Take the factory. Put 3 flags around the factory. Permanent flags, they can't be crafted. and a squad has to hold all 3 point. Well, not all three. They have to capture all 3 of those flags, and then they own the factory. And then another squad can come in and fight off that squad, capture the 3 flags, and then that squad owns that factory. You know what I mean? Add in some siege warfare. Because if you think about it, these points of a prison situation, which is what this is. Well, no, don't get me wrong. No, I'm not saying an event. I'm saying it's kind of like, okay, you ever play Elder Scrolls Online? The entire map of Cyrodiil is a bunch of castles and keeps, and you have to control your factions have to control the castles and keeps, and at the end of the campaign, the faction with the most AP wins. I haven't played the new Borderlands. What's up, Morgus? And everything that each individual player does, it gets them AP to spend on weapons, equipment, shit like that in Cyrodiil at the vendors. But also every point that you accumulate goes towards the army as a whole. But that's all side shit. To capture a castle or keep, you have to knock down the wall, go in, and then capture the. You knock down the castle wall, then you go in, knock down the wall in the keep, and you go into the keep, and then inside the keep there's 2 flags. You capture those 2 flags, and then bam, you now own that keep. But you have to turn around, you have to repair the walls and the doors, and get ready for a counterattack. You know what I mean? But I mean, if this is a prison situation, gangs will form. They will take over major sources of fucking resource areas. If there are vehicles, they're gonna take over gas stations, things like that. And the fact that there are restrictions, building in those spots, it doesn't make any sense, because people are like, oh well, if people block them off and won't have access to them, and that won't be fair. It's like, it's a prison. It's not meant to be fair. I didn't say a battle royale. This is not a okay. You're getting too hung up on the survival game. This is not just a survival game. You are a prisoner in a gladiatorial arena. You are a prisoner in a prison on a game show. This is not DayZ. This is not some stupid survival game where the only thing it is to survive. And it's not a battle royale. It's not a last man standing situation. That is a battle royale. But there has to be some kind of system to make it so we can capture those points of interest, because to say that a gang wouldn't hold down the airfield is asinine. To say that a gang wouldn't fucking, take over the factory, or the cheese factory, or the fucking, the naval yard. That's stupid. Unless there's already some kind of faction already there keeping them out. Which they did say there are going to be AI NPCs, so that could be, say, military, maybe Tech 1. Who knows? And also, that it's not, doesn't make it a capture the flag. Capture the flag is where I take your flag and take it back to my base. That's what capture the flag is. Come on, man. You gotta throw out comparisons. At least make them good. I like this, by the way. You challenge me, I challenge you. That's how we get conversations going. See, you go to RateKit because RateKit will be nice to you and be like, oh, no, lad. It's blah, 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 blah. Me, no, I'll tell you, like, you're a fucking idiot. I love you, but you're being dumb. I guess that's why Ray and I get along so well. He didn't even get a good morning from me. He got Ray woke up to. Oh, actually, I woke up. The first message he got from me today was like, "Squad is not 5 people. A squad is 9." Ooh, you hear that? See, that's the difference, though. I was a grunt. I think Ray was a fueler. People get slapped from out. Bring it, buddy. Bring it. Street, what's up, buddy? How you doing, my brother? Just got off work. Well, welcome home, man. Time to kick back and relax. Oh, this vineyard reminds me of that place where I pummeled that dude to death with my bare hands. Memories all alone in the moonlight. Actually, nope. This was. Actually, no, this wasn't it. Shh, just let it happen. I got me some booty shorts. But yeah, I said the first message I sent to Ray today was like, the squad consists of 9 people, not 5. He's like, what is this? It's like nothing. I was like, you said that a squad is 5 people like 7 times. I was like, no, that's not. Laughed. Oh, Morgus, I got. Oh, so yeah, I got hit with a purge last night, Morgus. My first purge at my base, and right as Dragon and I were finishing that fucker off, server reset. Yeah. Oh, dude, that was a bitch too, man. It was Locust. So yeah, that's something that could be maybe implemented into Scum when it comes to base building. Well, actually, I'm an idiot. Of course, that's something that's going to be in Scum. The Reaper. The fucking the Reaper. It's the big ass fucking creature that they want to do that's gonna come out in prime time. Think about what that's gonna do to bases, man. You know, it's fucking huge. I seriously recall Antlers and Gamepires. If you have not planned to put Antlers on the fucking Reaper, put Antlers on the Reaper. I just fucking did that. Oh, nice. Yeah, they do. Oh my god, dude. I got sprayed with poison. It's like 10 poison times 10. Oh, nice. Yeah, I lost my fighter. I lost my tier 3 fighter in that. But I completed the extension on the base. I put on a whole new building workshop. The drawbridge is open. You can go check it out if you want. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh no, it was they also sent like giant ones too. Thank you. The fuck? Hold on. There's a serious fuck up here, and I need to fucking. Do this right here. Hey, dumbass! You forgot to make yourself fucking coffee. Yelling at yourself the right way. Be right back. Yep. I just turned on my front-facing camera and yelled at myself. See? Even I'm not immune. I'll be right back. Ferguson, hi. Hi, Shadow. Oh, fuck. All right, and we are back. I reach over to go pour myself a cup of coffee. I'm like, fuck, I'm dumb. You a dumbass! I know! I know! The fuck! I know! Alright, we're good. Alright. No, neither. I didn't start. I didn't do either. I didn't. Any of it. None of it. No, still had the coffee grounds from yesterday. See? See? What happens? See, that's the thing, though. Also, when you live by yourself, you literally have no one else to blame. It's like, fuck! Like, damn it, Shadow, why didn't you make the fucking coffee? Fail. But yeah, no, back to the city game, man. I would actually like to see some actual, like, challenges, you know what I mean? But I would also, like... We need to talk about the elephant in the room, and it's the events. The people only really use the events to farm fame points for rating. That's it. The events are, like, another game being bashed into scum that really doesn't fit into the, you know, the pace of the game. Because what I really enjoy about PvP in this game is that it can happen at any time and it's visceral. But so it's like what it would be like in an actual situation. It's like, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of just like milling around, you know, getting food, taking care of yourself, maintaining your home, but it's going to be punctuated by just like randomness of, you know, maybe there's a crazed gang of fucking fuckers just going through town to town looking for shit. You know what I mean? Crazed scavengers. Maybe the ability to lock vehicles. Definitely upgrading them. I know that was something they were talking about in the beginning. I'd love to see that be revisited. But I mean, you know, again, all of this is all fine and dandy if they are able to take what they have already and tighten that shot group. You know what I mean? And whereas I understand that they have a development team that could be spread out amongst multiple multiple tasks. It may be the point in time with the metabolism that they tighten the shop group, just focus everybody on that until it gets done. Because once the metabolism is perfected, then they can move on to bigger and better things. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I would like to see more mechanics that give players freedoms and less mechanics that restrict them. You know what I mean? Whereas I can understand why they wouldn't want people building on points of interest. I think that the restrictions on building in towns is pointless. I think it's counterintuitive to the lore at all. I mean, yeah, I don't see prisoners building this style in the middle of the woods at all. That's not how I see prisoners. I mean, it feels like they are trying to get a lot of military things added in when they need to add a lot of prison things in. We're playing prisoners, and you hear them talking about talking to soldiers about weapons and all that, but these are prisoners. So how would a prisoner approach handling an AK-47? How would a prisoner approach handling an M16? How would a prisoner like a thug, a gang member, a normal person who doesn't necessarily have military training approach carrying, a Glock or a fucking 9mm shotgun? It wouldn't necessarily be military movements or tactics. It would be more, running and gunning, more cover. Well, you know what I mean. It wouldn't be as smooth, streamlined, as crisp as I have the perfect stance and I'm gonna fucking hold it just right. It's no. A prisoner's not going to have a squared fucking stance when they're holding a carbine rifle. They're not gonna be staring down the fucking optics. Most of the time, it's gonna be a lot of I'm fucking Rambo. And the lower end of the rifle skill should reflect that, is what I'm saying. And maybe over time, as they progress and get better, then as you get like mid to higher levels, then you're able to actually fucking bring that rifle up to your fucking face and aim it. You have low gun skills, fucking, you're sitting here fucking side shooting it like a fucking, G out of Compton. Or fucking, you're fucking expert fucking handgun, sidearms. Boom. You're fucking holding in, you're fucking right here. Mind you, I've never actually worked with sidearms, so I'm just watching. I get the concept. I get the ready up, But I mean, I was all fucking my M4. Saw 240. That was a bitch to qualify on. A real bitch to qualify on. As in, I didn't do it. I barely qualified with a saw, man. Do an M16, M4. I can plug you in the face from 300 meters with iron sights. Doing a radio. I don't know, what do y'all think? I had somebody ask me, it's like, you're gonna compare video game development, getting a bunch of people from around the world to work together, on in a video game to the military, it's like, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to compare it to. Because you know what? When you go join the fucking military and you go into basic training, you take a bunch of fucking jackasses from around the goddamn country and you get them all to work together. It's fucking simple. You get everybody on the same page doing the same fucking thing long enough and it works.
It's called a standard operating procedure for a reason.
Oh god, this song sucks. What do you guys think about I'm saying about the weapon skills? All right. And we're driving. But yeah, I don't. But back to the events, I don't think they should be in the game at all. It really feels like I understand why you would want to have the events, especially in early access, because that's a good microcosm for testing combat mechanics. But it really feels like they're shoehorned in. But that being said, that goes back to the fact that the game is still in development, and there may be aspects of the game that have not been added in that could make it feel, like it really belongs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, we just have to not understand. We have to trust that there's a set plan for the game, and to get to that end goal, we're gonna have to go through a lot of shit to get there. You know what I mean? Also, I think a model that is good is the Tarkov model, which is to cater towards the mid to hardcore players rather than the casual player. You know what I mean? But also, I think that's something they have been doing, because the experience that the developers have been curating on, on official servers is, enjoyable, challenging. I'm gonna drive around for a little bit till we blow up this car. To be honest with you. Shift T? No. How do you turn on the lights again? Shift E? It doesn't matter. All right. There we go. I had a care package dropped off yesterday with a couple of ribeyes and coffee creamer. I don't ever put coffee creamer in my coffee, but use it once in a not bad once in a while. I think after the quarantine's all done, I'm gonna make a nice lobster brioche. Lobster brioche. Go down to the docks. You can go down to the fishing wharfs. When the lobstermen come in from their catches, you can get fucking lobsters like dirt cheap. And all it is a it's a lobster and an Alfredo sauce on a brioche roll, a brioche roll. That was a garde-manger in a bistro. Done a lot of jobs. As before the military. Do it with an infused butter. Magnifique. So, let's talk about the other creatures. I am all about getting some other creatures in here. You know, I know people are talking about, like, oh, don't add mutants and monsters to this the game. I saw that in a lot of the chat. Like, I went and I watched the podcast from a couple different angles, and I looked at different some of the different chat rooms, and there's a lot of agreement on that. But you know, guys, they have been talking about adding mutated, you know, creatures to the game since like day one. Woo! That's fucking awesome. Boom! Yeah, for instance, right there. Claymores should be seen. It doesn't make sense why a claymore would disappear when you put it down. If I, as a soldier, were to take a claymore and put the claymore on the ground, arm said claymore. Oh, my shit, put my fire and all that. 3 away. Still visible unless I camouflage it. Now, if we're gonna add in a mechanic where you can camouflage that would be cool. But it still has to be visible until it's covered up. Also, it's an explosive. So if it's next to a wall, it's going to damage that wall. Even if I own the wall. You know why? Because the gunpowder doesn't give a fuck who owns the goddamn building. It blows shit up. So this notion that people have had that they could be able to put explosives next to their walls and not blow up, and the fact that the developers have gone along with this notion, it's mind-boggling to me. You know what I mean? But that's just me nitpicking at. I get it. I get it. I know that's nitpicking, and I will say that I know that it's nitpicking. But come on, you can't have say that you want the game to be grounded in reality, but again, that's my severe nitpick. But no, it should be dangerous. Like if your demolitions is really low and you're fucking around with demolitions, you should have a percentage of a chance of that shit blowing up in your face. You know what I mean? Like all of these skills on the lower end, you should not be in any way professional. Archery. Come on, man. Do you see me with the fucking bow and arrow at 0 archery skill? Do you think that I personally have 0 archery skill? Do you think I would be going around fucking actually doing that with a crafted bow that I made? If I, a person who's never used a fucking bow in their life, made an improvised bow and wanted you to go hunting with it, would you? Would you use it? Would you trust that bow? Would you trust that bow to save your life in combat if you needed it? Or would be the likelihood of that shit snapping in half by looking at it be present? Like, melee. Low melee skill. Low melee skill shouldn't cause you to swing slower. No, you should be swing wildly. You know, like an idiot, not really fucking, like, you're kind of aiming, but you're not really fucking knowing what, like, it's all instinct, like, ah! You know? Whereas, the more skill you have with the melee, you should be like fucking, you know, pinpoint fucking right on the dome piece. Why did I just make an arrow? Howie Moon, I made the second knife just for you, buddy. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's your opinion on that? And honestly, By doing that, will also, in turn, lessen the PvP, which is something that I'm hearing a lot of. Apparently, people think there's way too much PvP in Scum. So, but yeah, along with that, metabolism. So you really have to start thinking about where you place your points. Because not putting any points into rifles and your rifle skill should be a detriment. Not putting, you know, skill points into survival should be a detriment. You shouldn't have players going and maxing out any stat when they create a character. You know what I mean? You should balance. The game should be made so you have to balance out your stats, because you're going to need every aspect of it. Or even better yet, randomize starting stats. Hate that though. So Moxie really loves leaning against a wall when she sleeps in the hallway, and she like rolls around and like kicks the wall and stretches and loud. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if I have no survival skill at all, how would I know how to make rope out of sticks? At most, I'd know how to make rope out of cloth, but it most of it wouldn't be very, effective at all in an archery situation. I mean, you guys get where I'm going. This is like, the lower end should definitely. It should feel like the lower end. It should feel like low level. The fact that I can sprint, I can make a character that has maxed running from the get, and sprint across this map easily. But if I put it down to 0, it's not really gonna make much of a difference other than I just can't run as long. No, I should be able to. If my running is at 0, I shouldn't be able to run up this hill. Again, for example, because my character's not at 0, but you know what I mean. Mm. You guys have no opinion on any of what I just said at all? Like, what's up? Give me some input, guys. Talk to me here. What's up, Andy Grey Cloud? How you doing, brother? Like, let's have a chat. Let's have a discussion. Let's talk about things, man. kinda, sorta. In what way, man? Give me something. Give me something more than that, dude. Actually engage with me here. We can't have a conversation if I'm the only one talking. But seriously, it does not work like that. You cannot just pick up a rifle and automatically be a fucking killer, you know what I mean? Just because you played a video game or fucking watched a movie. It does not work like that. If you think your experience in Call of Duty is going to help you against me in an actual combat experience, I'm sure your parents will make a very, set you up a very nice funeral. Do I have any sense? I didn't ask you if you had any sense. I said, flag capture, what? What? What are you talking about? No, I'm talking about, do you have any opinions on everything I've said? Oh, anything of what I've said so far. Like, the skills. If you're at the, if you have 0 in any skill, if any of your skills is 0, you should have 0 proficiency in it at all. If, I have 0 in archery, I should not be able to craft a bow. I should not be able to, let alone be able to fire a bow proficiently. I, personally, in the real world, have 0 proficiency in archery, and guess what? I am not gonna be fucking picking up a bow and fucking arrow and popping zombies in the head if there's ever an apocalypse. I might pick one up and try to learn, but it's been an extremely long time before I fucking can even kill a squirrel. You know? You know, you put 0 in handguns, and then you're picking up and you're fucking firing it perfectly. No, it doesn't work like that. I personally think that if a player puts 0 in handgun, they should fucking straight up hold fucking sideways, improper, if not fucking a little upside down, just to really drive the point home. You know what I mean? That you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and have it be all fucking all over the place. The same thing with the fucking AK-47. If you have 0 in rifles, you should be fucking hip firing fucking like goddamn. See him on the fucking, the streets in those fucking, the war-torn countries. They're like, And only when you get like proficient will you start actually bringing the weapon up, actually having a solid stance. I think the lower end of the skills should reflect that. If you are a level 0, you should look like a motherfucking level 0. If you put 0 in your running, you should be flop sweating just going up a staircase. You know what I mean? It's right now, there's no real difference between basic and advanced, other than access to blueprints or the ability to craft. Slight skill increase, but really, when's the last time you saw me put anything in archery? Yeah, the full flag capture thing, that's that point of interest thing that I've been trying to push, but not really push, but idea to make the points of interest more viable. But yeah, Morgus, what's up, brother? Thank you, man. Hashtag Morgus. You got knocked the fuck out! Who bikes this? That's your bike, Debo. But yeah, man. Like, seriously. And I think that would handle a lot in the game. That minor but major change right there. And everything. I mean, across the board. I mean, I'm talking about complete skill rework. All across the board. Everything. If you are shit at fucking boxing, you shouldn't even know how to fucking put your fists up. If you're shit at stealth, come on now. That's self-explanatory. You should pretty much be a fucking orange ball on a fucking white plane. Damn it. I got nothing. I really wanted to work like a good joke, but... yeah. Yourself 31, got a few thralls on the wheel, happy as fuck. Build starts. Yeah, my wheels are empty right now. I gotta go get some thralls on there. Hmm. I've been terrorizing stuff from area. I need to go get a new fighter. But yeah, so on and so forth, man. Fucking, where was I? Thievery. If you're thievery 0, you know, driving 0, you shouldn't even be able to start the car. Fucking demolitions, you should fucking blow yourself up. You know, awareness. If your awareness is 0, you should be tripping over shit. Fucking sniping goes without saying. Fucking, you should, like, give yourself a black eye when you fire. Fucking. Because I can imagine, like, somebody sniping with, like, 0 sniper skills, taking that fucking optic and putting, like, right against their fucking eyeball. You know what I mean? Like, I got the kill, but I lost my eye! Oh. But you get where I'm going. Like, if you have 0 in camouflage, you should look like you belong in a Kyle convention. You know what I mean? Like, think camouflage and then have that be the exact opposite and then worse. And that should be 0 camouflage skill. like just short of a giant red ball that says I'm right here. You know what I mean? I mean, if your fucking stealth is at 0, you should be as quiet as an elephant wearing ice skates across the fucking chalkboard. And the opposite should be true. If your stealth is at fucking max, you should be like a goddamn fucking ninja transplanted out of feudal Japan. And granted the fucking powers of darkness, fucking as you travel from shadow to shadow into broad daylight in the middle of a field without making a sound. Popping up behind the motherfucker like,
Boo, bitch. Boo.
like every expert marksman, you should be like fucking fire, ricochet, cross 3 fucking districts, headshot. Okay, probably not that fucking bad, but you get what I mean. Or snipe a motherfucker from so far that you show up and like, what's up, man? Not much. What are you doing? I'll just waiting for the bullet. Watch the impact. Ooh, I gotta do that to somebody. Not like in that actual scenario, but like get a sniper on hill and wait for somebody to run up and be like, hey, what you doing? Just waiting for the bullet and just watch him get shot. Have that to be the cue. Pow! Okay, run. Run. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up kicks, you better run, outrun my bullet. Come on, big boy. Woo! You got knocked the fuck out, bitch. Oh, use a hoe. Use a hoe. Ho! I'm bleeding. I'm not long for this world. You know what disappoints me? Is the lack of bacon. Or bacon. Yeah, man. Okay, so present situation. If I was going to make a base, to be in a town, to be in a city, that's where the resources are. In a prison situation like this. In a combat situation where I had gear, I'd make a camp in the middle of nowhere, in the most remote, fucked up fucking place you could fucking possibly think of. If it was a bitch and a half to fucking get to, I'd go a little bit farther and make my base there. Because a key thing to combat is if it's hard for you to get to, it's hard for the enemy to get to. A knife. Hey, big boy. But prison situation, no, I'd want to be close to resources. Because people closest to the resources are going to get him quickest. Controlling resources is how you survive. Not being nice. Not being charitable. Finding people with skills. Applying those skills in areas where you need them. Because ultimately the end goal will be escaping. And honestly, I don't think they really have a grasp of what end game is going to look like, to be honest with you. Because what would it look like? What does it? It's like, would it mean removing the BCU and then staying on the island to fight against Tech 1 and maybe start a revolution, overthrow it? Would it mean like what would that look like? Or would it be like a a Conan Exile situation? It's like you can leave, but you give up everything, and that's it. Game over. You won, and there's no real end game after that. Or you can stay with what you have and rule in hell. You know what I mean, so to speak. Like, what would end game look like to you in a game like Scum? Because the whole premise of the game, remember, is that you're here to avenge the the death of your family. This is season 2 of a game show. This is the first time that the show's been filmed on this island. Like, what's up with this island? You know, are there gonna be missions exploring behind what? You know, why is there an island like this? You know, what happened to the inhabitants of the island? You know, what experiments are they doing around this island in these bunkers? You know, you heard Dino talking about human experimentation. What exactly does that that entail? I think my problem is I think that people harp way too much on the survival aspect. You know what I mean? Like they hear survival and then they stop reading right there and they don't hear anything else and they think that's all it is. And it's like it's a mechanic that grounds the game in reality. That's what I think when I hear survival in a game like this. It's a mechanic that will make it more grounded and make you, just to make it just more realistic. You can't just run around and have zero consequences. You have to eat or drink or will have negative effects on your body. And to get to recreate the human anatomy and physiology and metabolism, digitally is a lot more difficult than it sounds. It's easier to say than do, you know what I mean? And especially to get it right. Because of how complex our bodies are. We're only 1 like away from 10. I like the fact that there are real-time reflections in the mirrors. I would like it a little bit better if they would just, take the character model in the real-time reflection and just turn it around so that, it's actually the reflection. Not my back. Yeah, that's just, those are minor things right there. Oh yeah, that's teamwork right there. Thank you, everybody. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, brother? Thanks again for helping out last night, man. I gotta repair my base later. I got a couple. Oh, I already replaced like the piece I missed, but right on, man. Well, morning. Yeah, you were up pretty late last night too. I don't want to worry about nothing for a while. How you feeling today, brother? We got Zero Foxtrot into the game finally. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was on last night. He was on for like a second, and then he got off because he didn't really feel like starting a new character at that point. Like yes, starting off fresh in Conan is a lot of work. It can be daunting. I'm really enjoying the Age of Calamitas mod. And I'll be adventuring around with you guys eventually. It's like just for right now, I really want to take some time, explore the mod by myself. Work on my base and really explore the character, and then I start going out and venturing and doing the like the dungeons and shit. You guys know. But yeah, I really want to just do it the whole thing from the beginning to end. It's just push it myself. I don't want to have the temptation of going to like somebody else's basically like, oh, I need a fighter thrall, so I'm just gonna take one of Morgus's. You know what I mean? It's like it's convenient, it's nice because that's part of being in a tribe is helping each other out. But I think I just want to have that struggle. You know what I mean? I like to pretend that I'm not an admin for a little while. I think you need to turn down the purge to normal again to help most of us. You guys will never ask me to turn the purge up again. Careful what you ask for. Yeah, I'll think about it later. Yeah, I'll take care of that later. I love it. Usually, people on my server are like, can we get this mod? I'm like, no. Can we get this mod? No. Can we get no? They're like, you make the purchases aren't coming quick enough. Oh, you want more pain? Well, I could do more pain. I could do more pain all day. No, they're like, please stop. Soundwave taught me well. I just want to learn the mod. Oh, yeah, I feel you, man. Am I throwing at? Oh, yeah, they took throwing out. I forgot. I was like, am I wearing gloves? Nope. Running around in circles. Alright, here. Well, I gotta be logged in to do that, so I can't help you right now, bub. I love it. It's like, we want more purges. Oh, you want more pain? I can give you more pain. No more pain, please. No more pain, please. Oh, more pain? Okay. He has quit for personal reasons for now. Says he will be playing more when his... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he already mentioned that privately. Probably didn't want that put out in the stream, but, you know. Just kidding. He told me in the stream. Nah, he told us already. For like 2 seconds, Chuck felt like an asshole. Like, well, Chuck, he probably didn't want his shit blasted on the internet. Fuck, I'm fucking with you, dude. Right, straight. Love you, bro. He's in the chat right now. Was. What's up, Shadow Warden? How you doing, brother? to NK. I didn't get on Night Kingdoms earlier because the server had crashed. Okay, wait. I don't want to worry about nothing for a while. Like a child. Sour Patch Kids and a Walkman and a Coke can. Surviving. Get a hashtag Shadow Warden out there. At first I was afraid. Oh, I didn't, dude. I typed in hashtag Morgus. I didn't send it. At first I was afraid. I was petrified. Kept thinking how I could never live without you by my side. And I spent so many nights thinking how you did me wrong, and I grew strong. I learned how to carry on, so now you're back from outer space. Just walked into cyber. Fucking whatever. Bacon! I love I typed it, I didn't hit send. Thank you, Morgus. I can love you like that. I can eat your bacon. But I won't eat turkey bacon, that's fucked. I will kick you out my fucking house for that shit. Also, don't smoke my shit, buy your own weed. If you give me a chance, I can love you like that. Why'd you smoke my shit? That's my weed. Sharing is caring. Fuck that shit's mine. What you sharing? You sharing that booty? Because if you ain't sharing that ass, you ain't getting any of my grass. I'm just kidding. Joking. Oh, man. Now, everybody needs to take a big old fucking bong hit right now. Well, everyone that's in the place that's where it's legally allowed in the legal age. Caveat. Where the fuck? In my bowl. Oh, there it is. Cool. We're cool. Cool. We're cool. We're cool. We're cool. Emergency diverted. Call off the search parties. I found it. Found it. I found it. It's okay. Okay. Down my bowl. Oh, yeah. Thankfully, in this time of pandemic, I can still get shit delivered. Funny. I can't get food delivered out to this bitch, but I sure as fuck can get a bag brought to me. Oh, shit. I just infected my girlfriend. Don't cough in your hand, people. Mm-mm. Nah, Lefty's pregnant. Lefty's pregnant, righty's on the rag. Why do you think I'm so grumpy? It'd be really nice. Wow. It would be really nice if this temperature would fucking decide what the hell it's gonna do, though. Maine weather, man. I'm supposed to get snow. There's fucking snow in the forecast. The fuck? Um. Also, so what do you guys think should be added? Like, now I think we should have more. Stop infecting your girlfriend. I love you, bro. There's a red house over yonder. That's where my baby stays. Lord, there's a red house over yonder. Lord, that's where my baby stays. I ain't been home to see my baby in 99 and 1/2 days. Wait a minute, something wrong. The key won't unlock this door. Wait a minute, something wrong here. Lord have mercy, this key won't unlock this door. Something's wrong here. I got a bad feeling that my baby don't live here no more. Alright, still got my guitar here. Look out now. Alright. Come on, chop it up quicker. I gotta get on to dying so I can make another one of these. Well, I guess I'll just go back over yonder. Way back yonder across the hill. I guess I might go back over yonder. Way back yonder across the hill. Yes, I will. Guess my baby don't love me no more. I know her sister will. Ow. Thank you. I need to do some loot scoop boogie. The loot scoop boogie. The loot scoop boogie. Sure. I just felt like he was up to something. Like Shadow's up to something. He's chewing on something. Here's my dirty ass door. But you see that hole? You see that hole right there? In the drywall? Shadow licked that fucking hole. Licked it. He licked a goddamn hole in the fucking drywall. Licked and gnawed that fucking. I watched him one day, like licking out, like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh man, we lost almost everybody on that one. You just see my coffee table, man. Looks like a beaver attacked the fucking leg. Like I hear him gnawing on the leg, the coffee table leg. After a while, I just give up. Like whatever. It's like there's no stopping him. Like. They may have died. That's gonna be opportunists and vultures. I was about to just walk away. I like walk. Oh. Oh, that was when he was a puppy, man. He's not as bad now. Shadow's like 4.5 now. No, that was when he was like 10 months old. Like, lay down? Nope. It's 420 somewhere. I can pay off my tab, put myself in a cab, and be back to what's up. Wonder just confirmed what I was like. Damn it! I wanted to say what's up, Jim. No daylight savings time in Croatia. I wanted to start my stream at 4:20 Croatia time, which was 10:20 during daylight savings time. But since daylight savings time is over, it's now 9:20 in the morning. Is Croatian time? Is 4:20 in the evening in Croatia? Yeah, so I'm an hour off. But whatever, 5:20 still counts because it's 4:20 somewhere. Yeah, so Locksmith fucking raided my base, my squad's base above the city before, and I completely forgot it was Locksmith. And so every time I saw a lockpicker, my brain just correlated lockpicker, locksmith. And I was just like, it's just that sneer would go on my face. And then it occurred to me, and I was like, I'm holding a grudge against this guy for no reason. So I hit him. I was like, my bad, dude. Middle of Chasm C is 420. Hey, thank you, Armageddon's Fire. You see, that's the type of motivation I like to see in the chat. Thank you so much. Fuck. Hey, asshole! I'm trying to be a fucking ninja! Thanks, asshole. Back it up. Back it up. Back it up. Moxie, you're my pretty pup. I love you, Moxie. Let me rub your belly. You know you my bae. You know you my bae. You my boo. You my bae. You my boo, puppy. Yes, you. Moxie. Moxie. Get the puppy cam going. Moxie. Oh, you denied me. You denied me your love. You denied me your love. All my kisses, you don't know what you've been missing, oh girl. Yeah. R. 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 Far by far. I love you. Yeah. Oh, Moxie. You know Moxie? You know my favorite story? My favorite story ever in the whole world? Let me get into this bush. I'm gonna get into this bush. I'm gonna tell you my story. I want to tell you my favorite story. You know my favorite story? I'm gonna tell you the story of the day you came to live with me. We had a story? We had a story? We had Here you go. I hear the story of the day when you came home to me. No? Audie? She's like, I want to hear a story, Dad. I want to go outside, goddammit. Hit it. I gotta let your brother out first. Get a hashtag, oh, you're going through the shift right now. What do you mean you're going through the shift? Like you're going through some shit? You need, support, brother? Because we are here for you. Get your blankie, Moxie. Alright, guys. Let me let my Shadow out real quick and we'll continue on. Ah, Shadow, let's go! Woo! What's up, big pup? What's up, big puppy pup? What's up, big... Come on, 1 minute. Hey, Siri, please set a timer for 10 minutes. Yeah, I know the camera froze. Oh, is my camera so blurry because it's so far away from my face? Alright. Rook. What's up, sexy? Oh, look how queer that is. How you doing today, real quick? Where the hell did my sound go? Self quarantine. Well, take it easy, brother. That's everyday life for me, but you know, important, man. It's important to stem the spread of this virus because it's getting really bad. But also, I'm not saying panic. You know what I mean? But let's be smart. Take care of ourselves and take care of each other. Chest pains? I'm sorry, brother. I hope it gets better for you. Just get a hashtag Rooklick out there. That's literally all I can do for you is give you a hashtag to let you know that we're with you, brother. Only in spirit, you know. But that's one thing. Good times, bad. Solidarity always. That's how we do. Testing. Testing. There we go. Pardon me. Nice beer. Well, I mean, it all really looks. It depends on how you look at it, man. I personally think a lot of people really lean too much into what they quote unquote think survival is. I think that survival in this aspect is what keeps your character grounded in the reality, but is not the only core function of the game. Yeah. Now that being said, and I've said this earlier, I understand how when you have a development team, your team going to work on multiple projects at once. So not just it's not like you have all of the developers in the company working on just one thing at once, and then they move on to the next thing, and then the next thing. You have teams working on different things. But maybe it's at we're at the time where we need to start focusing on taking what's already present, make it functional, and then work on continuing to build the game so we can get closer to an endpoint. I would stop just short of demanding a timeline right now, given the fact that we're going through the worst flu pandemic since 1918. There's a reality we all need to come to grips with. And it's going to permeate in every aspect of our lives. Shit's going to take a lot longer with everything. COVID-19 is a game changer worldwide with everything. Everything's going to slow down. We just got to chill out. Mm-hmm. Leb's not, mm-hmm. Oh, no worries, man. That's the community part of the gaming community. You know what I mean? We can't call ourselves a community if we're dicks to each other. That's why I always say, no matter what, good times or bad, we are solidarity. Even when we don't agree with each other. You know why? Because if you're in an echo chamber, nobody grows. I cannot surround myself with sycophants that always agree with me because I will never grow. You see what I'm doing right there? I am owning my words and my emotions, and because at the end of the day, if I do not progress as a person, I cannot help the community as a whole. Yeah, again, pressure is good, but kind of a fucking pandemic going on. Let's not push for actual dates during a fucking pandemic. Let's let this shit calm down before, because guess what? It's going to affect development on a lot of games. You know, everything that you use is going to have problems. Fucking YouTube, G Portal, fucking all across the board, man. Fucking supplies. Now's not the time to be putting, you know, like, when am I going to get a date on this? It's like, Like, I get it. I get it. And I want to know, too. I want to know that information, too. I would have picked a better time to push, you know, to push for it, though. That's my only critique. I liked every single one of his questions. I think he went in well prepared. Did a good job. And you're probably like, who are you to critique? I was a public affairs officer for my battalion, responsible for 4 unit public affairs representatives and handling the security and well-being for reporters embedded with my unit while in Afghanistan. And I've been published 7 times. So that's where I'm coming from. Oh, and plus I went to school for journalism. Mm-hmm. I know somebody was just like, damn! Yeah. Actually, it's 5 times, not 7. First article I ever wrote was so fucking stupid. It was a fluff piece and a half, and because my smart sergeant major told me to do it. Operation Oreo Cookie. There's a church organization that sends Oreo cookies to service members overseas. When I say they send them Oreo cookies, I mean they send shipping containers full of crates full of fucking Oreo cookies. It took years for me to be able to eat fucking Oreos again, man. They had like every flavor of Oreo, man. So, oh man, my sergeant major was like, every person that comes to this fob leaves with a fucking box of cookies until they're all goddamn. We had half of a 40-foot fucking shipping container full of just boxes of Oreo cookies. Fucking top. Nuts, dude. But what it was is a pastor was traveling home and sat next to a service member and wanted to send him, you know, something, you know, like a care package. He's like, well, what would you really like? And the soldier's like, oh man, I love Oreo cookies. And so they started up the program of Operation Oreo Cookies, where they had the church would gather up as many Oreo cookies and ship them off to a company. Wow, amazing what happens when you take 2 seconds not to make a snarky joke and actually hear the story. Click. I was pretty certain whoever was in that bunker was coming down not to kill me. Kinda hoping that they got killed by a mech, but aim drone. my perception. That's only my perception. Dude, chill out. What the fuck are you talking about, man? You're the one that needs to chill the fuck out, dude. I was making a goddamn joke. If you can't take a fucking joke, then fuck right the fuck off. Because I know you were playing. I don't have to sit here and explain that to you. If I have to sit there and explain that to you, then you're the one who needs to calm down because I was not upset. Fuck, dude. Fucking telling me to calm down. Well. Dude, it was a whatever, dude. It was a fucking joke. If you can't take a goddamn joke, then fuck off. Seriously. Or come into the chat with me, man. I said before making a snarky joke. I didn't say you were snarky. Now you're just being fucking sensitive. And you're looking for it's starting to sound like you're looking for a fucking fight. And if you want one, I'll fucking give you one. Trust. Any goddamn day. Infantry to my goddamn fucking soul. You want a fucking fight, I'll give you one. I was making a fucking joke. See what, motherfucker? Yeah, I'm getting a little irritated now. Because you fucking started something up. I made a joke and got all fucking sensitive. I mean, nah. I said... Whatever, dude. I know what I fucking said. I can sit here and fucking argue with you. Now, back on to conversation. Fucking... I think, as for things that just to go back to what I was saying earlier about where the skills are balanced. Again, there's no real difference between no skill and max skill. You know what I mean? There's no reason if my skill is at 0 with rifle, with rifles, you shouldn't be. The fuck? Wow. That's 2 fatal errors. That's the most fatal errors I've had in this game in months. That's nuts. But yeah, if you have 0 rifle skill, you shouldn't be able to fucking, aim and fire a rifle at all. It should be fucking all wild fucking... Yeah, be safe down there, brother. Seriously. The important thing is just stopping the spread of the virus right now. That's the important thing. No, I think... Yeah. Get one thing straight, though. I'm not Rate Kit. Rate Kit will coddle you. If I think you're being a jackass, I'm going to tell you you're being a jackass. That's because I'm a fucking grunt. Yeah, there's like 23. Actually, I think it's closer to 30 cases now. But yeah, they're starting to get a lot higher in my area. They're actually talking about putting the state their fucking shelter in place. Wow. Hey, good job, Diddley. He got the serial killer. And like the serial killer fucking achievement. Let's kill 500 players. What's going on, brother? Well, I just had 2 fatal errors. Oh shit. That's nuts. Yeah, that mod is really added a lot to the game. Wait till they can do mods in fucking Scum, man. But then again, we don't... I'm just wait. I'm so excited. I want to just fast forward to the complete version of this game. I want to get past all this bullshit and just get to that final part where they have everything that they all that shit, and I just want the 1.0 and see what it is, just so I can just have a glimpse Oh, Gran Turismo was fucking awesome, man. Or oh, you remember Need for Speed fucking Underground? The one was in Paris. Oh, around the world. We had like the Paris map and all that. Those were cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Uli is a good player. Right, let me go let Shadow and Moxie out. Number 15. Mm-hmm. I'm really good at making arrows. And then getting killed. And fun making a bag and more arrows. Good at that part. Man. If I was to give Lev any advice that I think he would listen to, I would say that sometimes the best way to be a leader is not to listen to your followers, but to just lead them. Because people do not always know what's in their best interest until you just make them fucking do it, and then they're like, oh. For example, yesterday, I was playing Conan Exiles. Orgus told me to give my thrall, my follower thrall, gruel, because it would give it a bonus, and I didn't want to, because I gave him meat already, and I was like, I already gave him food, I didn't want to give him new food, but I did it. I listened, even though I didn't want to, and what do you know? I got a bonus on my, the chance for experience gain for strength. Yeah. What's up, Chris? Handsome fellow. It was almost like somebody played a recording of the sound in their local mic, what it sounded like. Because it was only half of the sound. So it was like they started it, but the fucking push to talk didn't catch time in time. You know what I mean? Yeah, it is. Let me restate this unequivocally. Ruklik, suck my fucking ass, you fucking bitch. Fuck you. Motherfucker, it was a goddamn joke. You didn't fucking take it as a goddamn joke, and you want to be a snarky little fucking bitch. You know what? Suck my fucking brown eye and all the shit right fucking inside of it, you fucking whiny German bitch. Pogo, what's up, brother? Oh, it's going great. I'm happy to hear that, man. Woo! Shit. Don't fuck around with these puppets. Ooh! Nah, I'm good, man. Mm-hmm. Yep. And you're banned now too, bitch. Don't worry. Ray Kent will coddle and you make you feel better later, buddy. Get my brother. You need to get your boy under control. You handsome boy. Oh, your sister's ready to come in? Okay. You love that. Shadow is such a good boy. Thank you. Fuck's sake. All right. What's up, Zuna, you sexy beast? How you doing today? Zuna, you missed it. I tortured an orange the other day, you know, for you and Machine Gun Yeti. I found some fucking random person and I fucked with him just for you. And you weren't here. Others will tell you. I fought with him for a while, then I gave him a bandage, and when he bandaged up, I shot him with an arrow and a leg. And he was limping away, and I pulled the arrow out of his leg and I shot him in the face with it. and said, "Welcome to Scum." Because he was a new player. Didn't even know how to use push to talk. He was like, he told me he was a new player. I taught him how to use push to talk. He's like, yeah, I'm new. And I was like, run. And he stayed. He tried to fight. So, hey, good for him. And then he ran away. Tried to get away. I ran after him, chased him, and I was young in local mic. I was like, run! Sweet! This is the way. My first night at GTA 5, someone landed a Harrier on my car. That sounds about right. That's how it should be your first day in Scum, man. Like, sup, fish? Sean DeTone, I'm sorry. I'm deeply sorry. Yeah, Ray Kid actually just told me that. That you guys look like you're going to lockdown. He's heading home right now. Yeah, people are fucking still not listening to the government rules here in America, too. It's really fucking disgusting. And you know, it's surprise, surprise, it's the Tide Pod eating generation that can't fucking listen to the goddamn doctors. I think the best meme I've seen is someone going, it's like, don't blame millennials. It's not us that's out there right now. Fucking, we're all at home, fucking too broke to do anything with anxiety. It's Gen Z you gotta worry about. It is true. It's the fucking Tide Pod generation that can't figure out that quarantine means stay the fuck inside. But how you feeling, brother? How you doing? Seriously, everybody, all jokes aside, be safe. We can't hold grudges. We can't have fights. We can't fucking battle each other in games if we're dead. All right? So, seriously, take care of yourselves. Take care of the people near you. Observe the social distancing. If we quell the spread of the virus, we can help make it, stop it from being much worse. We should have been happening months ago, but you know what? We'll debate about that for fucking decades to come. Feel me? That's not my fame drone. Okay, yes, never mind. Yeah, I know. I left that skin back there. You're okay? I'm glad to have you here, man. Shadow. I sure love you. You are my puppy. I said, Shadow, I love you. Yes, my puppy, boo. Yes, I do. I said, I love you. Mm-hmm. We don't have, basically it's right now, it's like, only go outside if you need to. Yeah, only go to the store if you need to. Observe social, distancing, things like that. But, you're hearing stories like of, like, fucking teenagers going to grocery stores and coughing on produce and shit like that. You know what I mean? That's fucking ridiculous. What the fuck? One hit. One hit. You see that shit? Bell ringer. Well, it's not over, but they're handling it a lot better than most of us are. Mind you, again, had the Chinese government spent more time actually handling the problem, not trying to suppress how bad it was, it would have been mitigated a lot better. But again, this is something that's going to be debated in the future. Right now, we need to handle on stopping it, you know, and then later we'll fucking worry about assigning blame. And there will be plenty to go around. Right on, General. Be safe, brother. Let's not forget each other. Just right now, let's just all accept our reality and just be there for each other and be a community. All right. Best improvised backpack maker in Scum. Getting into flu season. No, this was flu season, man. This is the worst flu season of the decade. It's a COVID-19 is a mutated strain of influenza. Don't get it twisted. This is flu season. It's just the worst flu season we've had dealt with since 1918. People don't realize that we're just one fucking nasty influenza strain away from being knocked back into the fucking dark ages. Oh! Yeah. Sorry. You guys. Different seasons. Yeah. My bad. Sorry. I forget that. Australia and New Zealand's on the opposite seasonal cycle as us. My bad. Good boy. I'm just looking at that boy hat. It's off of Shadow's toy. It's all that's left of it because he decided to eat it. Let's put that on my microphone. My microphone now got a cowboy hat. My name is Mud. Boy. Oh boy. Oh no. Okay, Moxie's hit. Got like a little left. This beef is basically beef jerky. That's little beef jerky chunks. Here, guys. Good stuff. Couple more chunks. No more crumbs. Good stuff, though. This is where all the flavor is. Here you go. Yep, now I gotta go wash my hands. Yep. Thanks. Yeah, you missed a crumb. That's, yeah, thanks. Cool. Did you really need to drool on my... Thanks, guys. Just thought that one through. Yeah, restart is sometimes good. Yeah, shit's gonna get rough, man. Shit's gonna get rough, but solidarity, remember that. When it comes together. Eyes. I love you. I love you. Puppy boop. Puppy boop. Puppy boop, puppy boop, puppy boop. Crazy puppy puppy. Crazy puppy. Give me that toy. Give me a toy. Give me a toy. Give me. What? What? Don't share? We don't share anymore? We don't share anymore? Yes? Oh, hey, hey, hey. Give me the toy. Come here. Whoa. Hey, easy. Let go. Come on. Up. All right, back to scum. We had our puppy break. How are we doing, guys? You guys having a good day? Hmm? People should, when they go grocery shopping, should buy enough to sustain themselves for a while. And when I say for a while, they should plan to go at least 7 days beyond, like 14 days in quarantine. And that's not hoarding, that's being fucking intelligent. Think ahead. Plan. Because eventually, if it does not get better, they will start putting places in lockdown. Like we've seen in states where they have fucking shelter-in-place orders. You know, New York, California, fucking, because people aren't fucking listening, and it didn't listen, it got bad. So think about those people that, you know, in like New York, They're all like, oh, look at those guys all fucking gathering shit up. Ha 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 ha. They're panicking. And now that they can't fucking go anywhere, they're like, oh, well, fuck. Now I'm out of food. Well, you know. Why they buy so much toilet paper? I know exactly why they buy so much toilet paper. Because you go through it a lot. Especially with families. Anybody with kids understands that one. I swear to God, my kids fucking eat that shit. Yeah, my two boys guaranteed will go through a package of fucking toilet paper like that. Why? Because fuck, they're kids, man. They all they do is eating shit. Be careful of news out of China. Things are getting actually a lot better in China right now. Yes, because people don't know how to act. People need to remember that when they're talking shit about refugees escaping war-torn countries, you know, that we fought over toilet paper. But are you really that surprised? We're talking about the same people that fight over fucking toys at Black Friday, you know? Again, it's the same reason why you would stock up on food if you're going to be stuck at your house for a long period of time. If you have a large family, you have a bunch of, you know, if you have a family, you're going to be stuck there for a long period of time, you're going to stock up on shit that goes really quickly. And the shit that goes really quickly is toilet paper and fucking food. Not food, your perishables, like your milks, your eggs, cheeses. Are going to go quick. The people are going to stock up on dry goods. Problem is, we've had too many fucking years of people just saying, oh no, go about your life as things are, and no real fucking understanding of how to prepare for when things go shit fucking sideways, because we're too busy trying to pretend that we're the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread. It's like, hey, you can be fucking great and still prepare. Preparing for the worst case scenario does not mean you are less than or not as great as you may perceive yourself to be. It just means that you're preparing for the worst, because everyone should always be ready for the absolute worst case scenario. And by doing that, it's not giving into fear. It's not panicking. It's understanding the reality of situations and being prepared for those realities. Because at the end of the day, the only thing we can ever do is hope for the best and plan for the worst. And anything else is negligible. It's become a real problem. The whole world has gotten so good at... We've made a culture out of just being shit to each other. We have entire series, you know, made out of making fun out of each other and making, you know, just snarky jokes all the time. And it was just like this whole culture of just like, I can make the funniest joke, or, you know, I can just take something and twist the words just enough. And I do it too. It's a part of comedy. I get it. But there has to be a time, you know, when we're like, okay, let's also identify with the realities of things, and, like, you know. Mm-hmm. And also, not everybody knows everything. Not everybody had the same life experiences, not as you or me. You know, not everybody's been taught the same things. You know, like when I went through school, I was taught how to write a check. In elementary school, I was taught how to balance a bank account in elementary school. You know what I mean? That was part of my math class. No, I'm sorry, that was fucking high school, Maryland. I learned how to balance a checkbook. Not everybody, you know, we need everyone to be educated in everything. You know what I mean? We need a CEO should still be able to build a shelf. Mm-hmm. And I make snarky jokes too. It's, you know what? There are times their snarky jokes are funny. They're not always, you know, when we're doing like a pandemic, not really helpful to sit there and go, oh, look at that guy gathering up all that toilet paper. Like, wow. I think it's the best way to put it at the end of the day is the only time you should ever look into your neighbor's bowl is to make sure that he has as much as you, not to make sure that you have more than them. Chad Ryan! Full fucking night. I'm gonna remove that one. Actually, I'll leave it, but let's be careful, Zuna. I'm yeah, we're getting pretty close to that. A couple of the cities that near me have already done that. It's pretty much go out only if you need to. I'm good on supplies. I mean, I ran out of dry cat food, but I have wet cat food. And worst comes to worst, I have family that lives nearby. I can just go over there and get some from them. And food, if it really comes down to it, I'll just go. The river's near here. I'll go fishing. And if it really gets bad, I'll just go fucking hunting. And you're probably like, Con, do you even know to hunt? And I'll tell you this, straight up 100%. I will look you straight in the goddamn camera and say, fuck to the no. Goddamn thing about hunting. I never been hunting in a goddamn day in my motherfucking life. Nope. I grew up outside of goddamn DC. You know what kind of hunt we do? It's called to the fucking grocery store, motherfucker. That's hunting. Hunting for a goddamn deal. Hunting for a fucking bargain. That's the kind of hunting I did. Hunting for the poontang. Know what I mean? Hunting for that shit. MILF hunting. That's the type of hunting I do. But I live in goddamn Maine. Trust. I can spit and hit a hunter. I can go fishing. I can go fishing. Oh, I can go. I can fish. I can fish all goddamn day. But if I really need to go hunting, my uncle is a bow hunter. He is a goddamn fucking expert butcher. We got a goddamn bond. And I know fucking... I could throw a rock and hit 15 people that know how to fucking hunt. Trust me. I can teach somebody... I can find somebody to teach me. Or... go with my uncle. That motherfucker will teach me. Keeping that right there, 100. Yeah, you want to see what zero fucking skill looks like? Look at me hunting. I live 10-minute walk from the sea so I can fish too. There you go. Yeah, they have suspended the need for fishing license right now, so people can fish if need be. Hunting licenses, I don't honestly, the only reason I know about the fishing is because there was specifically a article on that. I didn't see them mention anything about hunting, but I don't see that being too far behind. My best mate grew up on a farm, so he can make all. Oh yeah. Oh, dude. Guaranteed my uncle's already got his gear ready. And plus, my family's hunters, so I really need venison. I can go somewhere with my family, but... I feel you there, man. I really feel you there. And I feel for every person that's out there that's got that's getting, that can't work right now. Can't make their bills. They can't fucking pay their rent. They're scared. Then you get these greedy ass landlords. I saw some fucking son of a bitch fucking landlord motherfucker that said he actually tweeted out he would rather die than let somebody live rent free. That's some straight up motherfucking greed right there, dude. Oh, the hunting? Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, they'd have to, if they, with the hunting regulation, they'd have to strictly regulate that. Oh, my fucking head hurts. Grabs. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Second. No. You don't have to retract that message. I just literally forgot what I just said. Like, a problem with anxiety and PTSD is short-term memory loss, and I legit the last 30 seconds of conversation just completely lost out of my brain, and that's why I just stopped. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. off-putting as fuck. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times that when it happens, you'll see me just do a lot of smiling and nodding. Like, I know what's going on. Like, even though it was like the conversation that I started. I missed your 420? I'm sorry, man. I'm against fire. You are in Australia. Your 420 was 12, 20. Oh, no worries. So it was 12:20s before, so now it's 11:20. Yeah, your 420 was like 2 hours ago. But you know what? I'll do one now for you. In light of that. Mm-hmm. I hate that. I'll say something, and somebody will react to it or like respond to it, and then I'll be like, "What are you talking about?" Because I like literally, legitimately have no idea what they're talking about. It's just the whole memory is just gone, like it didn't even exist. Mm-hmm. Oh, I still don't like people coming up behind me. It's something about being caught off guard. Because whenever I get caught off guard, then I crank up, and then I'm even worse because I'm looking around. I can't calm down because I get caught off guard. You know what I mean? It's like it's real weird. I play games like this. But also in a way, it's a good therapy because it helps get over that. It helps you because the more I don't know, more random shit that I have to encounter, the less it'll be off-putting. I don't know. Why can't I have severe memory problems too. I remember how I used to be, but it's good though, man. I'm happy to hear that. Always solidarity, man. Well, feels like a good place to cap it off for the day. Got killed a bunch of times. Got no gear. But, hey, whatever. Figure it out. This is me still coming in playing Scum as much as possible and trying to understand the game as it's developing and growing. Because what do we do, crew? What's one thing that's always true? As we're sitting here 1 like away from 20, do me a favor, smash that like button. Let's get up to 20. Before I end this, if I could get to 20 likes, that'd be awesome. But yeah. What do? We may get angry. We may get sad. We may get overzealous. But one thing we don't do is we don't motherfucking quit. Never quit. Never surrender. Always fighting a good fight. Oh, this is over here? Oh, am I... Here. That should answer your question right there, brother. There's only one server that hits like that. That's Night Kingdoms right there. And when the game's 1.0 experience, this server is going to be fucking insane. That being said, I love my vanilla experience. So we're going to be balancing between the two. You know what I mean? It's going to be Night Kingdoms and the official server because the developers of this game are doing an amazing job creating an experience. And what I think that we can all agree on is that I am excited about, the prospect of a complete, game, complete functioning, exciting, visceral experience, and whatever that looks like in the end, I'm gonna be there to experience it and praise it or shit on it. You know what I mean? So I hope you're there too. I love you all. Don't forget to smash that like button. Thank you so much for the 20 likes. You all fucking amazing. See you guys tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for some Conan Exiles.